Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Laurel Hess and this is Comcast Newsmakers coming to you from the State Capitol building in downtown Lansing. Our topic today is Michigan roads. Joining me now to talk about it is State Representative Marilyn Lane, a Democrat from the 31st District and also the Vice Chair of the Transportation Committee. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So we all know Michigan roads are a mess, so let's just accept that for the moment. And because of that, you have recently introduced a bill that would assist or help consumers who may have damage to their vehicles because of the potholed roads that are certainly worse than they have been in a long time.
Yeah, that's correct. It's looking more like a consumer protection bill right now because, as you know, in Lansing, we're trying to find a structural fix for our roads, and it's been a decade-old problem that continues to go on. So what my bill would do, it would prohibit insurance companies from raising your premiums if you have to make a claim due to damage caused by a pothole. So we don't feel that it's really the motorist's fault that the roads have gotten in this condition. Now, insurance companies do have a provision that through the act of Mother Nature, if, say, a tree fell on your car or something had happened, your premiums can't be raised and your deductibles waived. We feel this kind of falls in line with that. We feel that due to the fact that we have not fixed our roads, we've had the historical winter we've just come out of, has created havoc on our roads, that the consumers are now faced with having the damage caused to their car. So we would like to see that the insurance companies, if you have to make a claim, aren't being punished or punishing the consumers for the year or 2 year surcharge by having your rates increased. And I know insurance companies say, well, you know, then we pass the cost on to everybody and everybody's rate goes up. Well, I ask the question, when was the last time anybody's rate went down? So, you know, really we pay insurances for those costs. And I know that we're getting a lot of calls in. People are having to make that decision. Do we pay for this out of pocket, which is really still quite a challenge for folks because our economy is still very tender. Or do they put it on an insurance claim, which we pay our insurance for, but then have to decide whether we're going to have that increased premium for a year or two down the road.
And we're not just talking about a couple of $100. I bent my rim, I hit a pothole. There's been some major vehicle damage with the potholes this spring.
We had a lady contact our office and through a pothole damage where her front end suspension had snapped, she actually veered and ended up here in the medium in the wall. So she had about $6,000 worth of damages. And she had a $1,000 deductible. And so she was really forced with, what do? I need my car. So, you know, we were fortunate enough to have a bump shop in our district that helped out. But again, and they're telling you, just like with these potholes with deers, don't swerve, you know, stay the course. But we are getting folks that are still swerving and causing accidents. So, and repeatedly, these potholes it's a repeated issue. It's not like a one-time.
So even if an accident were caused because of a pothole or trying to avoid a pothole, right, you could be comfortable making that claim.
Exactly. Well, you know, and again, you're going to pay your deductible and you're going to have the other issues that go along with making that claim, but you're not being punitively punished for a year or two having that surcharge for something that really wasn't the cause of a motorist. You know, Lansing needs to step up. It's been a decade-old problem that they haven't had the money, which has resulted in our roads being the condition they are. So I think it's important that we start to do what we need to do, get our roads fixed, make them safe again, and I don't believe that insurance companies should have the right to be able to charge consumers and make that additional profit.
Well, so then let's get back to the bigger problem, and we've only got about 30 seconds. So real quick, where are we with trying to increase funding and fix our roads?
Well, right now I would say it's, again, I'm going to use the word decade-old problem. It's not just unique to this session, but, you know, it's been 10, 20 years where we haven't had the political courage. Lansing needs to step up, have the political courage to come up with the money to invest in our roads. The lack of that investment has produced what we have now. It's not going to go away. And unfortunately, it's an election period. People look more concerned about election calendar opposed to a seasonal calendar. So we're working hard at trying to get up the vote so that we can come up with some structural funding and get our roads in good shape.
All right, well, good luck. I know everyone in the state of Michigan would like to see that happen. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Today's Comcast Newsmaker was State Representative Marilyn Lane, a Democrat from the 31st District.